First question, what is rare disorders? There are many definitions on rare disorders, depending on where you live. In the European Union, we say that a disease is rare if the prevalence is less than 5 cases per 10,000 inhabitants. In the Nordic countries, we have a slightly less definition of only 1 case per 10,000. And in the United States, one had chosen a definition of less than 200,000 cases of a disease, which roughly corresponds to 6 per 10,000. So you see, it's similar definition of a rare disorder. You could add to that many are much more less prevalent, close to 1 per 100,000 or even 1 per 1 million inhabitants. How many rare disorders are there? Even if each rare disorder is very rare, you add up to have between 3,000 and 8,000 different rare disorders. So altogether, they might add up to 3 to 6% of the population in a country. So altogether, they are not rare, even if each single disease is rare or even extremely rare. Why are rare disorders important to pediatricians? Rare disorders are highly relevant and most important for us pediatricians, as about 80% of them are genetic and inherited. That means that they will present during childhood, many times early in childhood, and as they are genetic, they, in many instances, also are syndromes, that is, complex disorders with presentations from many organs and needing special care by many specialists. Question 4. What problems do the child with a rare disorder and his family encounter? As rare disorders usually are complex, they are genetic and many organs affected, that means that the child has to see many different specialists. And usually it is the parents that has managed all this to set up the different contacts with different specialists. And added to that, they also have to manage the social problems. They have to see social workers. They might have to meet with the school directors to see what special problems they are. They have to seek financial help from authorities or from insurance companies. All that could add up for the complex diseases that they have to have up to 40 different contacts to fulfill the need of the child. Add to that some of these are life-threatening if we don't discover them early. And the parents tell us the most important aspect of a rare disease is that the rareness is a handicap in itself. With that, the parents mean that we as pediatricians, we cannot know 3,000 to 8,000 different diseases. They many times meet with a doctor that is indifferent to the problems and don't see what is uncommon, that is not curious enough to discover that here is something special with this child that doesn't fit with the textbook, that they must read a little extra about and seek a competent colleague to find out more about the disease and to refer the child to that specialist. So for us as pediatricians, it's very important to meet with the family, be curious, be empathetic, and understand that sometimes or many times we don't know the full picture of this disease. We need to refer them, but on the other hand, the child must have a contact on his local place. You should see the child when he encounters common pediatric problems, while you also need to have the interaction with a specialist at the university center or something similar. So really, for a child with rare diseases, it's a challenge to find a person that knows about the disease, and we as pediatricians must help them to find that specialist. Sometimes the specialist is a nearby hospital, sometimes it's even in another country, and we must be open to refer even if there are borders of different kinds, geographical borders, economical borders, etc.